updated on things that are going on our FPS business. So you are welcome on board again, everybody. And personally, I want to welcome some of our great leaders that are presently in the house. Officer Dada, the Dada, I can see him over there. And I've been trying to look up Mr. Jude. Mr. Jude is in the house, and I want to welcome you, our great leader, Mr. Jude. You are welcome. And who else again? I think we have Mr. Ola, our great leader from Osun State. You are also welcome. Madam Nimi is there, one of our great leaders from Lagos State. So you are welcome. You are welcome. And others are still coming. Everybody. He said, someone say no voice over here. Please check your mic or your speaker rather. Check your speaker. Check your speaker. You have to connect and reconnect back again. So I want to welcome our great leader and then the owner of our service center, the Dada Service Center, Mr. Matthew, on board to welcome everybody once again. And then from there, he can begin to start to talk about the prevailing issue that everybody needs to be carried along about. Mr. Matthew, you are welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. I don't know whether people are hearing my voice clearly. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I want to first and foremost, we'll take their time to attend this brief meeting. The meeting just was sudden, and I want to appreciate the number of people that attended, despite that there was just a notice of about 2 hours ago, and people still attend massively this way. I really appreciate you, everybody. I will not be able to mention name of all our leaders here because of time, and I wouldn't want this meeting to last more than 20 minutes. And so therefore, I may not be able to mention our names so that we can discuss briefly and call it a day. I thank you very much. My name is Matthew Dada. This is a service center, Dada 1989, that we are all be using. I want to give us a brief explanation of the process that what we have been doing for the past almost 2 weeks, and why you see me running up and down to make sure that things really fall in place and everybody are smiling at the end of the day. I don't know whether we all noticed for the past few days, I didn't just post information to our group when I don't know what to say. I post information when I know that there is authentic information outside there I have to send to us. But we have challenge, and we all know that we have challenge. We can't run away for that. We understand that we have challenge of USDT payment that the company suspended just about 2 weeks ago. But by the grace of God, I sat down on my own with a few of my great leaders who also have ideas that we can share together. We sat down, we looked at it. How do we strive this business? How do we continue with this business? What do we do? What is the problem? Where are the challenges coming from? Now we realize that where the challenge is coming from, it is not even enough to call it a challenge. Because when the company said we suspended USDT payment, the question we need to ask ourselves is that how many people that are collecting money from USDT? I do my calculation in my team. The people that ever withdraw in USDT are less than 1%. They are even less than 0.00% of the total number of the team. So therefore, the USDT withdrawal is not an issue to us. It was the information that the company released that make people to be somehow afraid that we are suspending payment. So everybody believed that since they said we are suspending payment will not take place in any other angle. But when we sat down, we now discussed that what do we do? I can tell you authoritatively, my leaders here, I know what time I used to sleep in my house. And I know how I value every single one of you that have already put your money, put your time, put your investment in this particular business. And it will be disastrous on my own side if it's now the time for me to run away, or the time for me not to value your commitment, or the time for me not to consider your pains or what you are passing through in various families. I realized that it is time for me to stand up. It is time for me to behave like a leader. It is time for me to also strive. It is time for me to also show you the kind of stuff I am actually made of. The business does not just come from the sky. The business came through somebody. Even when some people are afraid of challenging people, I came openly, I challenged those who are in charge. And it was a great one that the response was positive and we are able to put something in place. And that is the reason why I want to say this categorically. The idea that we will start embarking on as from Monday morning, the idea was a very outstanding idea. And the idea did not come from anywhere. The idea came from our team. From our team. We are the one that suggested the idea. We are the one that permutated the idea. We are the one that brought the idea to the table. And we are only privileged to have a leader, a Nigerian Mr. Latunde, who accepted, who think about the idea, who say, wow, Mr. Matthew, this idea is one idea. Let's see how it's going to work. And I told him one-on-one, I said, look, I have never believed that there's nothing that is not going to work. Nothing that cannot work, sir. There is nothing that cannot work. If God can create heaven and earth, therefore, anything can happen. Things can work. People design the business. So we can make it work. Even those who believe that it can't work, we can make it work. Unfortunately, for the first time ever, in the history of networking marketing, it brings team, leaders who are in a different team who have nothing to do together. First time ever, we are able to sit down and bring all the service center in Nigeria together under one umbrella and discuss the way forward. See, my people, my leaders here, this took us days. This took us days, number of days. There was some time we've been on Zoom for more than 5-6 hours discussing, talking, and know what to do. And eventually, we come to a solution whereby the total number of points that are outside there, I don't think when we do the calculation, it cannot be up to 100 million naira. I doubt if it's even up to 50 million naira. So what do we do? What is the problem of this business? We now realize that it is not the company alone. We contributed to the problem of the business by ourselves, because the information we send out to the people is also what the people also buy. And that's why you see everywhere people are complaining, people are saying, oh, the business has fallen, the business has this, the business has that. Honestly speaking, I don't want to believe that. I have my reason. I have to go extreme again to go and find out whether truly this company is in existence. And I realized that First One definitely also, First One have the office in Thailand, physical office in Thailand, and which we all know. And we try to research, and we try to get our information, and we realize that, honestly speaking, if worst comes to worst, you have the evidence to prove, you can take it all by yourself, and we can go as far as we can go. But as of now, we realize that we can take care of the situation on ground. As the company are preparing to also bring something which are not common to us, we can likewise also put something on the table within ourselves and continue the business the way the business should be run. And that's why we come to agreement of bringing to the table of how we can be able to pay ourselves. Now, let me give us an illustration what we just plan to do so that everybody can have the idea of what is happening, because I realize a lot of people are not reading the message. Because this morning, before 10 a.m., I've received over 100 calls. People are calling me. They want to be paid. They want money. They want money. And I asked a question. Do we at all read the message? People did not read the message. We said categorically in the message, as from Monday morning, payment will start. So why people are now calling that we want money today, we want money today? See, my leaders, there are something we must understand. If you are privileged to bring an idea as a team, and some leader, other team leader, now see that idea as an alternative, as the best idea, now embrace the idea. It's a privilege for them to accept that idea. On my own side, I look at it as a privilege for people like Mr. Latunde to accept the idea, to see that idea as the best. Now, if the house now agreed that look, we are going to create sub-service center, five sub-service center under each service center, which will help the service center for the payment. Now, if we have sent the message out to our group and we have read through the message and we refuse to understand that we must follow a procedure and we are not following that procedure, automatically, if others are not following, but if our team are following that procedure, it's a plus to us. But eventually, if we are the one that are breaking the rules from the beginning, honestly, it will be like we bring idea and we are the one destroying the idea by ourselves. So that is the reason why I come for this meeting. One of the reasons why I come for the meeting is this. By the grace of God, we are going to have the last meeting today by 8 p.m. It is only, those meetings are only for the service center only and sub-service center who are going to join the service center for the payment as from Monday morning. Now, the conclusion is this. Those who are going to join us for the payment, they are going to search for the money wherever they can get the money from. They have indicated the interest. We have integrated them into the leadership meeting, and we have been able to discuss in each of the group, and we are integrating them to the meeting by 8 p.m. tonight. Now, what we are going to do tonight, the final thing we are going to do tonight is to conclude on the percentage that those of service center will be collecting for the payment. Hope I'm communicating. Hope people are hearing me. Hello?
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Thank you very much.
We can hear you. We can hear you. Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So the purpose of
We
the
can
meeting
hear you,
tonight.
sir. Well done.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. The purpose of the meeting tonight that we are meeting by 8 p.m. We have concluded within ourselves that every single service center should create 5 sub-service centers. Those 5 sub-service centers will be documented by the leadership of this company. I'm talking about Nigeria leadership. Their name, their information will be documented. These are the people that will be paying those people who want to collect money. Everybody that wants to collect money, the number of those service centers will be posted to each of the group, so you can copy any of those numbers and contact any one of them for payment. Now, any one of them can pay you. We have discussed with them. They all know what they are coming to do. But we have to agree on the percentage on which they are going to be taking. And the percentage is going to be flat throughout the whole federation. It is not that this person will be charging 1%, another person will be charging 2%. No, it's going to be flat throughout the whole federation. Now, after the meeting tonight, a memo will be sent to all the group in Nigeria. The memo will indicate the percentage that every individual will collect. So nobody is going to charge you beyond that percentage. Now, you can see the level of unity that we have created within ourselves, that it has never happened in the history of networking marketing. Go and study. I want you to know the level of the leadership we can display when it comes to leadership. I have read a lot of books when it comes to leadership. I can be so patient when it comes to that. And I can, as I'm talking to you, I received call to point that I lost my strength. I lost my strength, I lost my saliva, I can no longer talk well again. Because in a day, I can receive more than 200-300 calls. And I still pick people's call. In fact, you can ask, a lot of people can testify here, if you call me, if I did not pick that time, I still call back. And I have tried everything I could to prove to you leaders, to know that I cannot neglect you at the middle of the road. We are in this shoot together. It is impossible for me to keep quiet. I will be the last person that will leave you at the middle of the road and go and join another business. I won't do that. But people are making it difficult for me on the other way around. After we have sent information around there, I expect people to go through the messages and read. But I realize that people will still call me again and still ask, what next again? What next? I said, we have sent information, we have sent message to the group. Go and read. Another thing is that the only one way that we can believe that you have read through the message, it is only when you acknowledge what we have sent to the group. If you just go to the group and read the message and you didn't acknowledge it, we will not know that you have read through the message. Please, I beg you, my leaders, to leave you at the middle of the road. But it is very, very important that when we send a message to the group, please go and read. Read the message, always come there and read and acknowledge that truly you have read through the message. that will give us confidence that you're actually following. See, I want us to know one thing. The way you join the business is the same way I joined the business. I paid money to do for the service center. So we are in the shoe together. I have a family in this business that they brought almost the entire family to the business in order for them to make opportunity too. So if we are leaving those kind of people at the middle of the road, it will not go well with people like us. So we have to try everything possible for us to satisfy our people, and the people are you. So if I cannot serve you, then what is purpose of me being a leader? What am I leading? Who am I leading? So, but I want you to understand with me that if I can tell you categorically now today that I am almost one of the last among of the service center, and the idea is coming from us, and people accepted the idea, and the idea now widely become acceptable idea. And you can see everybody are happy based on the idea, because it is not going to be only me that we pay. People we are going to pay across the board, across all the service center, across our team. So if, for instance, you pick a number from the list of the people that have said they wanted to pay, if you pick any one of it, even if that person is not in your tree, the person can send the money. You can send the point to me. I will forward the point to the person. So we have designed it in a way that nobody will regret. But it's just like we cannot withdraw everything for you at the same time. If, for instance, somebody wants to withdraw 500,000 or 1 million naira, we may not be able to do that for you. So we have to look at it in a way that everybody will be able to also take that advantage of withdrawing. So that's exactly what we are doing. So I want to beg us. It is very important for us to read messages. Whatever we send message to the group, please go there and read. And once you read through, please acknowledge the message that truly you have read through. Calling me again to find out what next. If you are calling me again to find out what next, and it is very important for me when you call, I am almost one of the last person among the service center. And I make sure that my voice is heard. And I make sure that my voice is considered, because I have followers. I have my people have to too. So I want you to play the role of to neglect you. Business just like you two together. Many of you did. So please, I want to beg us. It is very important for us to go through all the messages, for us to be reading messages so that we can actually know what the next thing to do. Another thing which I'm going to say is that please, when the payment starts from Monday, we want everybody to return back to the field. We want everybody to return back to the field. Once we return back to the field, automatically payment will eventually continue the way it's going to start from Monday. I am not going anywhere on Monday. I am not going to do any seminar for anybody on Monday. I am only going to stay in my office to start payments. Anything 8 a.m. on Monday morning, payment starts. And every single sub-service center that are going to join this team are all aware what they are coming to do on Monday morning. So please, my leader, let us be patient and let us all go out to start our business again. And remember, if payments start now and people realize they begin to get their money, what next again is to come back to the field and start doing the business. So I want to beg us, please, it is very important we go through and read messages. And when we read messages, it is very important to acknowledge the message. When you're not acknowledging the message, it's as simple as you have not read through. See, please, a lot of people are calling me, and I have to respond to their calls. I cannot neglect call at this time. It is impossible for me. It is impossible. That is the reason why some people will be surprised. I don't know you. I don't have your number. I don't have this. You call me, and I have to call you back. Some people are saying, I am surprised. You don't need to be surprised. When you call somebody, you want to get information, but if you are sending the information you want to get to the platform, why can't you read through and get the full information so that you know what next? We cannot tell you that we will start payment on Monday and eventually you don't sit down to say it. So that is it. I want to beg everybody. It is for us to understand that we have to bring ourselves, understand that what actually happened, the reason I have studied it personally myself. We are paying this company through BTC, and the companies are paying us back through USDT. They are USDT and BTC are the same family. Now the question is this: BTC rose from $4,000 to almost about $63,000. Now we are between transactions with this company. Now, what really actually happened is that BTC went down to from $63,000 to less than $32,000, which actually made the company to lose almost about 42% of their assets. So when they lost almost 42% of their assets, we all know it is going to be difficult for them to pay. Now, the only one solution is for them to allow the BTC to go back to normal position again. With anything, when BTC returns to almost about $50-something thousand, they will start paying. And for the BTC to return back to that particular price again, it cannot be beyond this month. What actually happened to BTC? Why the BTC fell? Well, he doesn't pick the call of his people. You will know that Matthew will not leave you at the middle of the road. But as of now, I am 100% sure that this business can strive and can strive better than the way we started. I want to appreciate everybody, and I want to thank you all. I want to appreciate you. This is a time for us to come together. This is a time for us to be patient with this company, with our leaders. This is a time to also understand that there is no company without a problem. Even I want to tell everybody something. When Bitcoin fell, even stock exchange, I'm talking about stock exchange, was affected. Even oil company were affected. Every organization was affected when BTC fell, because BTC has now become a major factor for every investment organization to come in. But eventually, what happened. But that doesn't mean that BTC cannot go back to where it fell from. Very soon it will return to that position, and very soon business will start striving. But as from now, we are taking the bull by the horn by starting paying our people directly by ourselves. And as from Monday, we all know what is going to be the charges. And another thing I want to tell us is that it's about the charges. Please, I want to beg you, please, when the memo come out tonight for the charges, please, I beg you, my leaders, I will do everything, all my power, to make sure the charges is not too much for the people, to make sure the charges is bearable for the people. But no matter what come out, at the end of the day, I want you to believe that I have done every best I could to plead with them to accept every face of the company now. It's like I am the face of the people now. We are the ones talking on behalf of the people now. It's like we are the ones speaking alone. But the people like Mr. Latunde is not resting. It's Nigeria. He's doing a lot to make sure that everybody smiles at the end of the day. I want to beg everybody in our team, please, at the end of the day, please let us understand that the payment is going to base on every individual are going to also benefit from the payment. So the payment is not going to give, it's not going to only be on one side there. No, only single person cannot bring point that worth 10,000. I want us to buy it and pay for it completely. No, we are going to share amicably to make sure that everybody gets paid. Can continue moving. As we are doing that, everybody will be smiling and the business will continue moving. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. I don't know if our leader there, Mr. Emmanuel, can round it off, or if one or two persons can be allowed to speak. I don't know, but this is all what I have to tell you. I appreciate you all, and I thank you so much for coming to this meeting. And I want to tell you, I want to say this again. I want to say this again with all emphasis. Let me tell you, my name is Matthew Dada. I want to say this today. I want you to know, my name is Matthew Dada once again. My integrity matters a lot. It matters a lot to me. I don't want one at all. Impossible in my power. Everything, every strength God has given me to make sure that if anybody think it can bring us to business and think they can abandon us at the middle of the road just the way they used to do in previous businesses they have done, forget this one. Forget about this one. It's not going to work that way. It's going to be a different business entirely. It's not going to be a business as usual. It's going to be a business with leadership. It's going to be a business with authority. It's going to be a business with right-thinking people, because it is going to be disastrous on my own side to allow people to bring their resources to business, and eventually they end up regretting. It is not going to happen. I am saying this with all emphasis. It's not never going to happen. We are going to follow this one to the latter, and we are going to make sure that everybody here, irrespective of who you are, be a Igbo man, be a Yoruba man, be an Hausa man, in this business, we all smile at the end of the day. Thank you so much. I will not but appreciate one person, Mr. Latunde, the Nigeria is a leader. Honestly speaking, if not because of him, is because we have been communicating almost every 10 minutes. He sees me as alternative. I see him as alternative. And we have been working together to make sure that our people are not disappointed. And we have been joining hands together with all the service center, all the rest of the service center too. And all of them are also amazing. And we have been doing everything to make sure that things work very well. And I want to assure you, all the leaders in the house, that this is going to be a different business entirely. And at the end of the day, we will all smile together. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for your time. I thank you so much for everything you have been putting in place. I thank every single one of you who try to manage the group, who always try to encourage people, who does not just come and start saying a lot of negative things, who always try to encourage the people in the group. I thank you all. You have done well. I cannot mention your name. I know you so much. I have been reading your messages. I know what you have been saying. So I don't need to mention your name. You have just started what is called leadership. That is leadership for you. That is leadership for you. Leaders are always positive. Leaders always say something positive. Leader will not go get negative because a leadership must display the leadership attitude. And that's what all of you have been doing. I want to appreciate you once again. And forever, I will remain grateful to you. Thank you, sir. Over to you, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that is our leader. And I want to tell everyone that when I was speaking with someone this morning, one of the people that I spoke with earlier today, and I was saying that we were outside there till late last night before he came to drop me in my own house. I was telling the person was just looking. I said, this is what we do. This is what we do. And how much more somebody like him that also attend more meetings. You just need to know the number of meetings that he has attended within this short period of time when there are instabilities. I want to say specifically that is a place we've come to a point whereby we need to apply understanding as each individual. We need to apply understanding. I can see people that have raised their hand. We are going to quickly listen to them before we bring this meeting to an end. Please, the place of understanding is what matters now. You are following leaders that have integrity and they are very straightforward. Starting from the Nigeria rep, Mr. Latunde, down to our very own leader here, Mr. Matthew. These are people that are very straightforward and they are determined to ensure that this business does not collapse like any other business. So, and I don't just want to say much here because the most important thing is that he has given us the vital information that we need to know, and then we are going to move forward from there and let everybody swing into action. As soon as we start next week, let's swing into action. If all of us can swing into action by next week, I am telling you, the reality is that we have not been withdrawing. Most of us, we have not been withdrawing using USDT all this while. That's the truth we need to tell ourselves. And we need to actually acknowledge this truth and keep working hard the way we've been working hard before now. So thank you, our great leader. And I've seen people that raised their hand. Mr. Pius. Mr. Pius, can we have you so that our leader can respond to whatever you need to say here while we have more enlightenment?
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Pius. Sorry, I'm driving. I want to thank Mr. Matthew Dada for his efforts so far. And we've been talking behind the scene, and I just want to remind him of our last discussion. At least I sent him a message. Mr. Matthew, can you hear me?
Thank you very much, sir.
Hello? I beg, I sent you a message. Yeah, I sent you a personal message with regards to your father's vision. Because these are the voices of, like you say, we are leaders, we have people we manage through. And these are the feedback that I'm taking back to you. Based on what we discussed, based on the mail I sent to you, if you can actually push for it, they will appreciate. These are feedback from my own team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Let me just respond to that. The message that you forwarded to me, sir, another meeting was held on that particular message. And it was not only you that sent the message, other people also sent related message. And there was a meeting that was held about it. So there's no message you will send to me that I will not work on. I will definitely work on it because the reason of that message, the message is the best thing we can do for ourselves. It's about the charges. The charges should be accommodating. The charges should not be too exorbitant. So these are the reasons. So it's a primary objective. The message is a solution. So we cannot run away from the fact. Truly, because some people give their information that look, we will go and borrow money from bank, we will start payment, we will know what the bank is charging. If you want to go and borrow money from cooperative, we know what the cooperative are charging. This we told them, look, we know. I am aware, I am not a financial somebody, but I have been in a business for years. I know what it takes for somebody to go and borrow money, but at this junction, what we want to do is to make sure that we help our people. So we should do everything possible to assist them, to do it in a way that they will also feel that we are speaking on their behalf. So Mr. Pius and other leaders who have suggested that idea, sir, memo will be sent tonight concerning the percentage. And by the grace of God, we are going to work on that. We are going to plead to the House to accept that to bring a percentage that will be so more conducive for people for charges. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Pius, and thank you, our great leader, for the response. Now let's have Mr. Ola from Osun State. If you can go on video so that people can see your face. I'm raising down your hand already.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ola.
All right. Thank you, sir. Please, I can't go on video because where I am now, I can't.
No problem. I believe the house is hearing your voice. You can go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much. So I greet everyone in the house. I want to say some things, and it's kind of advice to everyone. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Matthew and every leader in the house. Now, this is what I want to say. I'm this kind of person that I always believe we can work things out. I always believe anything I start, I can succeed. I always believe that when we come together as a team, even sky is not our limit. I always believe that. Just like Mr. Matthew has rightly said, that most of us, this challenge we are facing now in this business about withdrawal, I don't see any reason why it should affect us. Like when some people called me that they said there's no longer, withdrawal is no longer going. I always ask them, have you ever placed USDT withdrawal? And they always tell me no. And then why are you bothered about it? I know it's true that everything is working, but they said it's just for the meantime. So that I always tell them that we shouldn't allow it to affect us. In other business, I don't want to mention that I was doing. Up to the date, I've not placed withdrawal through BTC or USDT. I do it, and I've made millions. So I always tell people that we can do it without all those things. I know there are some people that must go through it, yes. And that's why I always tell Matthew that, okay, they should make sure that the company return back to that particular way of withdrawal. Because there's some people that will go through it, which is right. So that is why I always advise, so I want to advise all that, please, everyone should let us team up together. Let's make this idea that Mr. Matthew and some people has put on the table. Let's make it work. Because I believe we can make it work when we team together. And another thing that I want to say is whenever the memo is out about the percentage that will be charged when we play the service center, please, on our platform, I please everyone, I plead with everyone, we should be careful, how we see it, we should be careful on what the comments we say about them. We should try not to be negative, so that we won't discourage people. We should do it in a way that it will actually encourage the new sign up in our midst. And then so that we can, let's do it in the way that we even appreciate people that even put themselves, make themselves available for this. So that is what I'm trying to say to every one of us. Really, we should be careful of whatever we say on our platform. Because there's some people that when they hear anything like this, that door, they will just be going about and say all manners of things. And that is why that is the beginning of what key when information are misunderstood. People, that is where businesses start. That is where that particular business starts to die. So I'm pleading with everybody that please, let's work with our service sectors, the service sectors. Let's work with them. Let's encourage one another in our team. let's always have this positive spirit, you know, that we can move forward, we can achieve greatness. I so much believe it. We can see this company can stay for many years in this company. I believe it so much. And I'm begging everyone to join me in this strong conviction that we can actually achieve all our dreams through this company. Like Mr. Matthew has rightly said, that the company is on ground. So that is not a challenge. So they are on ground. I personally have done some research about this one. So that alone has helped my belief, my conviction about the business. So every one of us who can do that, so that we know what we are actually, the company we are in bed with. So that is what I want to say. I don't know if everyone gets what I want to say. So that is that. So I believe that we can achieve greatness. I believe. Thank you so much. Hello. That is all I want to say. I have to say.
Okay,
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Ola, you are welcome. Thank you for that word of admonition. Like I was trying to say, I need to unmute myself. I saw that I've already muted myself. Yeah. It is the word of mouth that kills so many things. Word of mouth kills family, kills love, kills marriage, kills business, kills relationship, and every here and there you see words of mouth people use to destroy a lot of things. So let's watch it. Let's watch it. You just need to know how some of us, despite all that you might have had, how some of us have so much confidence in this business. Not because of any other thing, not because we have two mind, two hearts, or two eyes. It's because information. When you have information, you have confidence. So, and we just have to believe what we have seen, what we have heard, what we have read by ourselves, what we have seen also by ourselves. So, therefore, let's hold on to what Mr. Olaf said, and let's just respond positively, and as we move on starting from next week. Okay, I think we need to hear from Mr. Brother Wisdom. Brother Wisdom, I'm bringing you live right away. Sir Wise, it's just the name alone I read. So, Sir Wise, you are welcome. Unmute yourself, please, so that people can hear you.
All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all the listeners in the house.
Good afternoon, Sir Wise.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor. It's a great pleasure to be here. Although I came late. I just, although my phone went down since, so I just able to come out on the Zoom. Actually, first of all, I don't really know the discussion so far. Don't know what is the discussion so far. But I have something to say. First of all, I want to greet everybody there, just as I said. Mr. Macha, our leader, and Mr. Jude himself, and everyone, all the old leaders. I greet everyone. There is something I needed to say, which is, based on what is actually going on all this while, really based on the payment issue. Sometimes some people, they don't know how to talk to somebody. They don't know how to, receive somebody into the system. So actually have a bit of now the percentage. Actually, I don't know the percentage how much is going to be. The percentage is going to be on for each withdrawal, each amount one is withdrawing. That very one, I don't know whether discussion has been discussed. I don't know about it. So if I know the discussion, because I'm somebody actually he said don't want to go and start taking people to come and but he is that for him to make sure he withdraw. And he has a time limit, or each time he asks me to withdraw. So, but just like it, based on what is going on in the system, we are not able to make a reasonable withdrawals on some time. Now, ICC is just here. So I have to tell me yesterday that we should try to discuss with people, bring people in the system. He say this one he has not received payment. How can it do something? I say no. All this while I have not really wanted to tell him what is actually going on, so that I don't want to discourage him. So I was able to open up to it yesterday that there's going to be some payment from discount. What is it called now? So there will be some fees pay which withdraw you are withdrawing. He now says like how much I say, well, it's not concluded yet, but or it conclude, I will let him know. So our leader in the house, Mr. Matthew and Jude, I want to know what the percentage like so that I know what I'm relating to him. So I don't go to telling him that tomorrow some another different is coming up. So I don't know if I cannot be the percentage. Actually, I would love to know how much is going to be the percent that each withdraw you're withdrawing. This amount it is what is going to be your service price, something like that. So that's my question. Thank you.
It's all right, Mr. Wise. That's the regular name that we used to call him. Sir Wise.
Yes.
It's all right. The reality is that you came late for this meeting. So
Yes.
but I wouldn't still want to deny you of the opportunity of hearing from our great leader, Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew, please, can you respond to what he has said? Because I will have just let him know. Mr. Matthew, are you there, please?
I am here, sir. I am
Yeah,
here.
please, can you respond to him? You want to know the rates, even though I know the rate has not been concluded. There's going to be a meeting today, but you can respond fully to what he has said, please.
Thank you very much. That's exactly what I still complain about. Calling, even despite that we have released information on what we are going to do. This is not, I have made it clear, this is not Matthew. This is all the service center. And I even said it in this Zoom meeting that we started. I expect by now he must have gotten that information from Mr. Jude. No official price has been fixed. And what we discussed, and Mr. Jude was in the picture of the whole thing, what we discussed is to what is going to be the percentage. And when I still came to the meeting, I still repeated it again. For now, we don't have a conclusion on that, and I cannot come here and tell you when we have not discussed final, we have not had a final step on that. And I said it, I make it clear, even somebody who text me, who sent me a message, who thought about a particular charges. And I presented it that it should not be too much. And I still said it again. So I will have preferred Mr. Wisdom, after when he discovered that he came to the meeting late, he will have call somebody and find out what was initially discussed before the meeting. That's the reason why it is better you join a meeting from the beginning so that you get all the information accurately. So, but for now, no charges has been fixed. No charges has been fixed. And I said by 8 after the meeting tonight, we will release a memo. The memo is going to be released by all the service center. It will carry it is all the service center coming together and releasing that memo together in one body. So it's the memo that is going to tell everybody it's not that this person will be charging 1%, this person will be charging 5%, another person will be charging 20%. No, it's going to be uniform throughout the federation in First One International. It's going to be like it's the company that is doing it. It's going to be uniform. And it was optional. It is not going to be a job of only service center only. We said people who know that they are capable of raising money should also come in to be sub-service center, which they are the ones that will collect the charges from the people that want cash. And people have indicated interest, and we have selected them, and we have forwarded their name to the people who are managing this, Mr. Latunde. So it is a matter that we need to wait, and when we see the memo, it is the memo that we now say, okay, this is the percentage that is going to be charged on withdrawal. Thank you, sir.
Okay. That's it, Mr. Wisdom, Mr. Wise, Sir Wise. You've heard what our leader responded to, because this thing is one of the things that has been trashed out in the course of this meeting today. To just be like, we have to rewind the whole thing back. But I will try to ensure that this video is also available on our platform, as soon as possible after this meeting so that people can watch it. Anybody that still need to watch it from the beginning to the end. So that's why we need to round up now. But Lollipop, Lolia, are you there? Because you are trying to raise your hand. I'm supposed not to allow you. I suppose not to allow you. I suppose not to allow you. I've already counted people that raised their hand initially. But
Why?
yeah, because those people, they raise their hand. You just raise your hand now. And now that we want to close, that's when you raise your hand. But you are a great woman. We have to allow you to
I'm not going to
talk.
take your time. 2 minutes.
We have to allow great women like you to talk. So you can quickly do it. Quickly give the summary of what you want to say, madam.
Okay. Good afternoon, my great leaders. Good afternoon, Mr. Hope, Mr. Matthew, Jude, Ima, and all the rest, the up and down. I greet everybody in the house. So for signing the percentage, I don't think it's a matter. It's not a problem. Whatever the leaders can come up as a percentage is good. After all, the USDT we're talking about is not almost 10 plus percentage you're taking. Because if they say 5%, the USDT is going to charge you. When you want to withdraw it, BTC is going to charge you. If you calculate all the charges, it's more than 10%. So whatever they come up with is a good one. It's a good one. So if they decide to come up with any charges, please, everybody should just be okay with it. And we are okay with it because it's not an easy task. It takes a serious-minded person to come up with his own capital and say they want to do this for us. It is not easy. And it's good everybody should go to the field so that we can make the business boom back again. Because Phase 1 is one of the best business that I've ever seen in this industry. That's the only business that is paying up and paying down. No business has been doing that. And now, since the company said we should hold on, so let's be doing it in our P2P. So nobody should complain at this moment. So everybody should be grateful to whoever to have this kind of upline, Mr. Matthew or Mr. Jude and Emma. It is a very privilege for us. I know people are outside there crying, but in our team, look at everybody still smiling tomorrow. So please, let's be grateful to them, okay? That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the great woman, the great Lolia. It's good to hear from you once again. And now that we need to round up this meeting, that is it. We hope that everybody, after this meeting and the record being posted on our platform, we are just hoping that all of us are going to work in understanding, and then we are going to resume back to field working, because the reality is that it's easier said than done. If it's the reason why we want to collect the money, is to collect the money without working, definitely we will only increase the problem, because up to now we are still waiting for the company to come up with a response, and they are not running to anywhere. I have to tell you that you just need to know things that are already on ground. The company paid for office in Lagos, thousands and thousands of dollars, paid for office in Lagos, paid for office in Abuja. I am telling you, it is not easy to also put such kind of money on ground and then you say goodbye, where you have put down all your documents that is needed to do the documentation in Nigeria. Then you must know that this company, they are doing something, they are working at the back end. So therefore, it's just for us to be patient and cooperate and let's work. God has been helping us working all this while. Therefore, let's return back to the field like everybody has been emphasizing, while we manage and continue to push our P2P, and we believe that God is going to help us and see us through. Okay, Mr. Matthew, can you give the farewell and just say bye-bye to everybody so that you can go to video. Please take the video. I always want people to come live on video, sir. Please go on video, please, sir, so that we can round up this meeting after you have talked to people.
Thank you very much, sir. Hello?
Yeah, we are hearing you, sir. We can hear you, sir. Everybody's hearing you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I want to thank everybody, especially despite the short notice that we give people, and all you leaders, Sir Wise, everybody that are able to present to this meeting, Mr. Jude, Lollipop, all the leaders all over Nigeria, from Port Harcourt, from Lagos, Madam Nimi, everybody who attended this just less than 1 hour meeting. We thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we wish everybody all the best. Please, as we start the payment on Monday, please let everybody go back to the field again. This is a business that I believe that can still strive better than when we started. Please let us all go back to the field again. Once payment started from Monday, please let us return back to the field and continue our business. I wish everybody all the best. And by the grace of God, we all reap our labor in this business. Thank you, everybody. Our host, we thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. Who immediately I called you so many past 11. You put the meeting in order, and here we are. It was a success. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir, for your leadership ideology too. I thank everybody who attended the meeting. Thank you once again. Bye for now. Thank you.
Yeah, bye, everybody. This is the end of the meeting today. Bye, everybody.
Thanks.
Ima.